Ashley here, and I'm excited to announce that Thumper have just launched our newest range of portable dual battery packs in lithium. Now, Thumper's been on the market for over 20 years, specialising in a portable battery pack of AGM cells. But now, these new lithiums have been a long-awaited arrival to our range. Built with the highest quality LiPo4 lithium cells, these units are packed with features. Let's get into a few of them now. The Thumper lithium range is available from anywhere of a 12 amp hour, a 24, a 40, a 60 and the 90. We offer multiple of sizes to suit every single person's need for a dual battery system. Built with similar characteristics in each of the units, we're going to break them down one by one, just so you get a bit of an understanding of what might suit your needs best. Now, the 60 amp hour. Now we're talking serious power. 60 amp hours here in the lithium is equivalent to around about 95 amp hours of an AGM power pack, and it's only 9 kilos. This unit has enough power to run a 50-litre compressor-driven fridge for around 3 to 4 days before needing to recharge via solar, 240 volt or even off your vehicle. It comes included with a full wiring harness for the vehicle, so you can charge directly off your vehicle's charging system, providing it meets the criteria. Have a look at our specs there. Now, this unit here is built with 2 cigarette type sockets, stainless steel 16 amp rating. It's built with a 2-prong angle fridge type socket, which is commonly used on the fridges these days. It's built with a 2.4 5 volt dual USB socket, mainly designed for things like phones and iPads, docking stations and your camera batteries, anything that charges on a USB. In the side here, we also have a Merit or a Hella type plug. Again, quite common in the camper trailer industry or for the use of fridges. In the side here, we have a 2.1mm plug. This plug is an inlet and an outlet, but mainly designed for charging via our 240 volt battery chargers that we offer through the lithium range. Now, this can also be used as an output. So say for instance, a lot of LED lights these days will run directly off the 2.1mm plug. Just plug it straight in there and you're good to go. Internally built with circuit breaker protection, the unit is completely protected whilst running your appliances. On the other side, we have 2 50 amp Anderson connectors, rated to 50 amps of total capacity. These sockets are also connected via internal circuit breaker protection. On the front here, we have a little push button. This push button is only dedicated to the USB port. That means that when you have the unit in storage, you can turn off the power to the USB. The reason why we'd like to do this is because USBs do have a minor draw on their own, even with nothing plugged into it. So it's a good idea to be able to turn them off when they're not in use. Now, the fun part, the gauge. The gauge is so comprehensive, it's designed around a lithium battery. So what it will give you, it will tell you how many amp hours the unit is. A 60 amp hour will read 60 amp hours on the gauge. It will also tell you how much load you're putting the battery under. So say for instance you plug your fridge in, it's drawing 2 amps, it'll show you 2 amps on the gauge here. It will also do a conversion to wattage as well. Whatever load you're putting the battery pack under, it will also show you the remaining runtime that that load will have on this battery pack. So you get a real good idea for how long the battery will last before you're needing to recharge. Currently the gauge is not illuminated, meaning you can see it but it has no backlight. It will remain like this even when there's no power being discharged or input to the unit. This is a normal state of charge. Now, when you are actually discharging the unit, you'll have a green backlight that will illuminate on the gauge. You will also see the amp hours running down, you'll see the load that you're putting the unit under and the remaining runtime. When you're charging, however, this gauge will flash. It'll flash that green illumination light to show you that the battery pack is actually charging. If the gauge is flashing and you have a load still running from the unit, it means that whatever charging input that you're putting into the unit is greater than the discharge, so it's charging the unit. It also means that the amps that will be reading will be showing you the the amount that is putting into the unit at that given time, and the remaining runtime will show you how long the unit will take until it's fully charged at that given input charge. The gauge will only stop flashing once the unit arrives to its full capacity again, being the full 60 amp hours. You'll see 60 amp hours illuminated on the gauge, and the gauge will stop flashing at that point. Then it's fully charged. The unit's built with a high quality BMS inside, which means that if you overload the unit at all, the BMS will shut it down to protect the batteries. If this does happen, you will need to connect an input charge to the battery. Something like a charger, a 240 volt charger, plug it into a cigarette socket. Anything that's charging the unit will reactivate that BMS system and you'll be ready to go again. The unit is absolutely foolproof. Comes included with a full wiring system for the vehicle, an option to upgrade to a DC charger if you want that, and we also have available units in the 60 amp hour with the DC charger built onto it already. So make sure you check those out on our page as well. Thanks guys.